is going on, guys? You're back here with Dugout Talk, Dugout Play, I guess if you want to call it. As you can tell, we're in a baseball game. We're not actually doing podcast stuff right now. Uh, it's about 9 o'clock at night here, East Coast, and we're just gonna play some MLB The Show. We're gonna start probably a rebuild franchise here. Just jump right into one here. I do have a preset roster. It's from, riding rosters if you've played MLB The Show, um, particularly franchise, and you definitely know what I'm talking about. This is the newest one, I believe. And after talking with some of the guys in the group chat, we're choosing Baltimore. We're going to rebuild the Baltimore Orioles. They're in a pretty low place right now, but they've only got up to go. It feels like ignore budgets off, force trades off. This stuff all looks good. We'll turn GM contracts off because I really don't plan on going anywhere else. That's auto. Okay. We'll start with the regular season here. All right. Now, real quick, we'll get a look at the roster here. Well, that's not good. Michael Gibbons is our best player. Okay. All right. John Means. I mean, he's decent. He's decent. And they've got Wade LeBlanc. Once upon a time, he had that one good year in Seattle. Asher Wojciechowski is actually a Yankee in 2021, but in 2020 he was a Oriole. Alex Cobb. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be fun to work with. Keegan Aiken, Ty Black. Do have Grayson Rodriguez here. It'd be nice to get those per 9 stats up a little bit. We'll do that under some training here in a bit. Cole Stewart, Brady Rogers. Both of those guys probably figured to get some playing time this year. Even Josh Rogers will probably get some playing time. The bullpen, I guess the bullpen could be worse. I feel like these guys get a bad rap. Paul Fry had a pretty bad 2019, but his 2018 was decent. Tanner Scott definitely gets a bad rap. I think he's definitely better than a 69. Sean Armstrong, not terrible. Danny Barnes here. He used to play with Toronto. Miguel Castro, I definitely feel gets a bad rap. He's probably been one of their most consistent relief pitchers since Zach Britton got traded. Michael Gibbons probably going to be my closer moving forward, simply because he's the best guy in the bullpen, I guess, right now. Looking at our catchers, I'm probably going to have Adley Rutschman up here in the big league squad. I'll probably try to move Chance Sisco for somebody, and then let Pedro Severino be the everyday. Maybe get them a little lefty-righty split going on. Adley Rutschman's in the 50s against righties in terms of power and contact. Pedro Severino's in the mid 40s, and when it comes to fielding, they're not too different. So I could probably switch them up, get them both some playing time, keep them both happy. Brian Holiday, I loved him when he was with Detroit. He'll probably see some playing time this season as well. Chris Davis, oh boy. As much as I love me some Chris Davis, tell you what, 139 strikeouts in 105 games. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. I think if you look at everything but if you look at the strikeouts in the games and then nothing else, you're like, all right, that's not ignore the 179 batting average, the 276 slugging, and all that good stuff, and but Chris Davis will probably be. Mountcastle's just not ready to be up here yet. Still a very big project. So I think it's more than likely Chris Davis is probably my first baseman entering 2020. I might go and sign a free agent. Might. Episode 1 here is just going to be all about getting to know the team, Maybe make a couple moves before we jump into our first game against Garrett Cole. As oh boy. Um, but yeah, going back to second base, Hanser Alberto, one of my favorite players. I got to see him. I got to see the Orioles in general play in 2019. I went out to an Orioles game with my friend Corey, and we watched them play the Houston Astros. And this man right here hit a walk-off bomb out to right field. This man hit a bomb to end the game. Against it was that was a Justin Verlander day. It was Justin Verlander against Asher Wojciechowski, and the Astros lost. Like this was the day after they put up like 20 runs on the Orioles, and I think Carlos Correa had like 3 home runs. I think that was a 3 home run game for him. If not three, that was definitely two. Yordan Alvarez I think hit two that night, and then we went to the very next game, the next day game after that, and it was like 4-3. I think the final was. I was actually on TV there, so always cool to have an experience like that. I had front row seats in left field. The section it would be if you're looking towards home plate, it would be the section to the left of the foul pole line down the left field. Um, and very front row. It's like $32 a ticket on SeatGeek. So I would love nothing more than to have a SeatGeek sponsorship, because I would love nothing more than give you guys the opportunity to snag some good deals. Jose Iglesias, definitely probably the guy I'm most reliant on. Hanser Alberto and Jose Iglesias are probably my two most reliable infielders. Definitely my most two reliable hitters in the infield. Um, Santander, he had a decent year in 2019. I think it'll be interesting to see if he can continue that or not. Um, Andrew Velasquez here. It'll be interesting to see. I like him because he's got some versatility. As you can see there, he can play second, third, and short, as well as left and center. He's got good defense. He's got okay speed. Nothing fantastic. It's just the hitting doesn't really do a lot of hitting. So that's going to be an issue that's going to come up. Dwight Smith, I think, is probably going to make an appearance here at some point this year. Probably pretty quickly too. Austin Hayes, I'm definitely calling up Cedric Mullins. I'm actually going to make that my very first move. Cedric Mullins is making this team. The man bunts with the rest of them. Yeah, his bunt ratings are way down. I think he had like an 800 batting average on bunts in 2020, I believe it was. So yeah, definitely gonna find a spot for Cedric Mullins. But Austin Hayes, looking at him, another one of those guys the Orioles are just calling up. I like the speed. I like the defense. I'm not too concerned about the arm accuracy because the arm strength is so good. Decent hitter, so I think he's definitely going to find a spot as well. Trey Mancini, I may actually try to move Trey Mancini to first base, and then have Chris Davis DH, and then from there, I could probably put Hayes in right, and then go Santander, Mullins, Hayes, right to left. Yeah, Hayes can play the right field. Let's do that quick. Let's move him over. Okay, that looks good. I know that Mancini can play first base. Or I know he can play right field, but I prefer him at first base. And then because it's just like the fielding between those two is not that different. Mancini has such a poor arm, such a below average arm, sitting there at 38 on the arm strength. So I definitely would prefer him at first base, where throwing's not nearly as much of a necessity as it is in right field. Usually your right fielder has your best arm anyway. So I think it's gonna be beneficial to have Trey Mancini. His bat absolutely has to be in the lineup every day. So I think having him at first base is probably the best bet. Ramon Urias. Okay. Out of Mexico. I like the speed, like the durability. Like I said, it could be worse. It could be a lot worse. Ronaldo is probably going to see a lot of playing time at third base. I think I prefer him at third base over, what's his name, Rio. Maybe not, prefer, but he's definitely going to see more playing time than Rio is. I'd rather have Rio, be a third first backup and let Ronaldo be the main guy there. It's just a shame that his fielding stuff's not that great, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices. And to get Ronaldo Nunez's bat in the lineup, I think is very important for us. It's going to be very, very important. I think I might. DJ Stewart might have to get. I don't know. I want to get Dwight Smith up here because like I said, I like his bat, especially as coming off the bench. It's just the fielding, not that good. The speed, not that good. So it'll be interesting. Richie Martin, I'd like to find a spot for him eventually. I like his speed. I like his arm strength. Let's see. So take a look at some minor league guys here. Okay, Wilkerson, Cole Stewart, went over these guys. Hunter Harvey, Mason Williams, a longtime Yankee. When I say longtime Yankee, I'm being very, there's another Yankee. Yankees got him. Man, it's a shame. It's a shame I'm going to have to play the Yankees all these times this year to get, what? Ew. Full 40 man. Alright, our first big move, and I think it's gonna be Cole Sulser here. I think we're gonna have to remove him from the 40 man. Just so I don't have to worry about this again, I'm probably also gonna move Willie Yon. Not what I want to do. And then we will take. Yeah, that should be okay. I don't think I have to add too many others on here. But Adley's getting a call up to the big leagues. And we got Heston Kjerstad. I'm not sure. I never found out how to pronounce his name. I apologize. We've got prospects, man. We got prospects. Grayson Rodriguez, as I talked about. DL Hall. Kjerstad. We got some prospects. I kind of like it. I like where we're headed prospect-wise, and I'm looking forward to this draft as well. Hunter Harvey's a guy that I want to try to get a little more experience this year at some point. Ryan Mountcastle, as I said, is a prospect. Is a project. Dylan Tate's also a project. If I could get him as a starter, I'd love to. If I can just get that stamina into like the high 60s, I'd be okay having him start. But I'm just not sure I'm okay having him start with a 53 stamina. Okay, all right. Let's fix our 26 man here. Don't think I need Keegan Aiken. Looking at our rotation here. Maybe I will try to drop, not necessarily drop, but push back a guy. Let me get rid of that extra catcher I have, Chance Siska. Let me see if I can't package him, or maybe just trade him away for some prospects. Let's see here. Bobby Dahlback, Tristan Cassis. Okay. See, this is where it gets a little easy. This is where you have to, you kind of have to handcuff yourself, because I don't think the Indians are going to give me Nolan Jones straight up for Chance Sisco. 4 years younger, basically the same overall, same potential. So I'm going to try to handcuff myself. I want this to be as difficult for me as possible. Man, like Leody Taveras plus two guys, that's going to be tough to turn down. Come on now. I know this is pre-2020. I know in 2020, Ian Anderson came up and was just goated. He was goated immediately. But I just can't. I can't do that. I'm not trying to win a World Series in the next 4 years. Corey Ray, yeah, there's the first guy that was featured on the show. Corey Ray was one of my prospects I did for the Brewers. Let's take a look at old Corey Ray here. Yep, it's got the speed, it's got the fielding. Yep, just needs to find that opportunity. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Don't know that I want Antoine Kelly or the Micah Bello. Let's get these two guys out of here. Definitely a good start there. Definitely a good start with Corey Ray. To make it not quite so easy, I think I'll just find a low-end starting pitcher. Alright, maybe I will just take Antoine Kelly with it. Yeah, I'll just take Antoine Kelly with it as like a toss-in piece. So I don't know if there's really anybody else in here. Alright. So Chance Sisco. Yeah, so yeah, the issue is like in real life they wouldn't take this deal because they've already got like 5 catchers who are the same overall as Chance Sisco. But I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna. Alright, we've got Corey Ray now, so now our jam goes from big to bigger. Ramon Urias, I'm gonna send you down. And then I think because I have Corey Ray, I think I'm going to send Velasquez down at least to start the year. I'm going to start him in AAA to begin the season. I'll call Rondon up to AAA. I'm excited to see Jose Rondon. He bounced around a little bit, but I like the potential. I like the arm strength already. He's good for a shortstop, especially if he can get that. If he can get the contact up into the 60s, I think he'll be ready. Alright, Corey Ray. Let's give him a good number here. Let's see. I don't know numbers are retired for Baltimore, so I apologize. Let's just see if something like... Let's see if we can get him 24. Does anyone have 24? Yeah, 26? How do we feel about 26? Maybe 28. 28 taken. 30. Alright, 30 was going to be my next one. Alright, Corey Ray. Oh, come on now, young man. Gotta have them pant legs up. Makes you faster. That's what I was always told in Little League. Pull your pants, or pull your socks up over your pants to make it look quicker. Now you have to remember, I was a very big kid, so I was not gaining any speed from that at all. I was gaining no speed. Alright, let's get our lineup set. That's not what I want to do. Okay, DJ Stewart in right field. Negatory. Shucks, who was I doing in right field? I already forget. Versus righties, I wanted Rutschman in there. Pat Valike at third base. Give me Renato. That's right, because Smallins is taking over center field, and Hayes is taking over right field. Okay, now I'm gonna go Iglesias. I'm gonna go Mullins, Iglesias, Mancini. Just because he's Chris Davis, I'm going to go Chris Davis 4. Nice traditional lineup. I want Alberto to be kind of like a reverse leadoff man, hitting 9th. Okay. Not too many righties back to back. I'll put Renato there. I like the 3 switch hitters. I like that. So we've got Cedric Mullins in center. And then we've got Jose Iglesias at short, Mancini at first, Davis at DH, Nunez at third, Santander in left, Hayes in right, Rutschman behind the dish, and Alberto at second. I like that. We're on our way already. Plus we got a nice group of lefties off the bench, Ruiz, Ray, and Stewart. And then 2 righties to go with them, and Pat Valike and Pedro Severino. Valike, I'm not too... obviously I'm not too high on Pat Valike. I think he's a decent bench piece for us. Definitely not in my long-term plans, however. Let's get this one set up. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll still take Rutschman against with no DH. Toss Mancini there. I want you guys to be in on this the whole time, so I apologize if I'm not like the other YouTubers where, you know, I was watching a guy last night. It's kind of how I got the idea to really start this. And he just, you know, he didn't show you anything. He'd show you like the draft and then some stats at the end of the year, and then, you know, what his team looked like at the beginning of the year, and then nothing in between. I want this to be with you. I want you guys to be with me the whole way through here. Alright. Santander. Yeah, okay. Now versus lefties, we're going to do things a little differently. Maybe start, no, I think we should probably keep it that way. Let me toss him in. Toss Hayes in right. Mancini at first. Now, versus lefties, I probably shouldn't have Chris Davis hit against lefties, but you look at his contract, and you look at the fact that, like, outside of Pat Valaika, who's, you know, important as my main backup infielder, I've really got no one else to play DH. Renato's playing third, and I want to have a nice righty heavy lineup against the lefties, and then keep the lefties on the bench for once that team gets to their bullpen. So probably just gonna stick with how this is. Get Cedric Mullins, Iglesias, get Mancini, and then we'll have Renato hit fourth. We'll move Davis down in the lineup. We'll have Davis hit there. Yeah. And then Hayes. Okay. Yeah, Hayes can stay in the 7 hole. And then we'll go Severino and then Alberto. And then we'll just do the same thing here. Get this finished out. Mullins in there. Get you in there. Switch you two around. Something like this ought to work. Alright, lineup is set. Take a look at our rotation. Man, this is just... You know, I'm going to throw Asher out there at 1. I like that we have a nice mix of lefties and righties. I think I'll just try Asher as my main man. I know John Means probably deserves it more, but I am an Asher fan. I wish he had his long hair that he does in real life. Alright, Keegan Aiken is my long relief. I'm going to move Castro into here. I want Castro to be my main. I'll let Fry be his setup sidekick. And then Gibbons as the closer. Alright, this isn't... I'll let Castro be middle relief. Take a look at the budget. Outside of Davis and Cobb, no one's getting paid $5 million. Man, we've got, what, 2, 4, 6, 8 players getting... $1 million in terms of cash. How many players do we have under contract next year? 14. We have 14 players, most of which are minor leaguers. Now, I didn't set up any of these contracts. These are all the base contracts that come in the roster. So I'm going to assume that these are all potentially real, or at least close to real contracts. I certainly didn't set these up, so I take no credit for any of that. But Chris Davis getting paid $23 million. That was such a screw up by the Orioles. At the time, I'll give it to him. At the time, that was what, 2016, 2017. it's just a guy that fell off. He fell off so fast. I love his batting stance. Love how tall he stands, and he just hits home runs so effortlessly. But unfortunately, I'd like to consider him more or less untradeable. We'll get our sponsorships in here. I don't have much in the way of sponsorships. In-game ticker, we'll go with. We're not going to get a lot of wins, but I'll throw Jordan in there. We'll get the All-Star for the active replay, and then I guess we'll double down on the gold, and we'll go with an Axe-Bat sponsorship for our walk-ups. Nice 15 grand per home run there is always nice. All right. I guess we'll jump. Nope, not that. We'll set the trade block here. LeBlanc and Cobb are definitely both up for trades. As far as bullpen pieces go, I don't think anyone's interested in my bullpen pieces, but Fry and Armstrong I'll throw up there. As far as these positions, Pat Valaika, I'll be willing to trade him. Rio Ruiz, I have a will to trade him. I guess you could say I'd be willing to trade DJ Stewart. And then I'm seeking starting pitching, relief pitching. I'd say I'm probably seeking third base, shortstop, and we'll throw center field in there. See if we can't upgrade over Cedric Mullins. Alright, so I think we're pretty much set for the roster. Our 26 men, let's get, we'll just call up Zach Watson here to Double-A, fill that roster out. I don't think any other teams have trading blocks set up. Nah, it's just me. So LeBlanc, Cobb, and Fry are my pitchers. I have set up. Armstrong's in there as well. And then Pat Valaika, Rio Ruiz, and DJ Stewart are my bench pieces I'm willing to trade. It would be super nice to get Alex Cobb, get out from under him this year, especially, the fact that he makes the second most amount of money on my team, and he's like my number 4 starter. Looking at free agents, I shouldn't. I know Baltimore was interested in Yasiel Puig. Puig would literally be my best hitter outside of, he'd be my best hitter outside of Trey Mancini. Tetsuya Yamada, it's a shame he doesn't have his face. I would definitely, I might actually sign him to something. Yeah, 4 years, probably not bad. Oh, shucks. Bearclaw, I might want to grab him. Alfredo Despaigne. I believe I can't remember if Despaigne played in the KBO or the MPB, but he was a legend wherever he played. Dustin Pedroia. It's a shame. Yeah, something I did notice is that there are a lot of, in this roster, specifically in this update, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of foreign, like Asian players, Kodai Senga, Takahiro Norimoto. I keep looking at Felix Hernandez, guys. I keep looking at him. Wei-Yin Chen. Maybe bring him back to Baltimore for a final ride. I have to figure out I guess if I trade Alex Cobb now, then I could probably just send Tommy Malone down to the minors. Or maybe even package Malone. I know he's not making much, but maybe just package Cobb and Malone and maybe Aiken. Well, I'll probably keep Aiken, but I'll package Cobb and Malone. And then maybe I'll package Cobb and Malone with like Cody Carroll. Let's see what we can get for that trio there, because I want to bring in at least a couple free agents here. At least spice things up for us a little bit. Let's see what we can snag. It's not going to be much. I promise you, it's not going to be much. All right, that's less than much. All right, we're definitely gonna have to take some money back in return. Right? You you're gonna give me some trades, right? Hello? Okay. So, yeah, that's kind of what I figured. These teams are gonna try to toss some money back our way. No. No, I'm not taking it. Um, no thanks. I'm sorry. I saw J happen. I couldn't hold back. Um, Gio Gonzalez wouldn't be a bad bring, especially if we can get Dane Dunning with him. That wouldn't be terrible. Dunning can probably start the season in AAA. Um, Gio could take over one of the starting spots, and then I could sign Felix to take over the other starting spot. Because the thing is, we're definitely not getting any. Uh, we're definitely not getting any good prospects, so I'm not worried about getting maximizing my prospect return here. Jay Bruce wouldn't be a bad get. I'd probably feel safe throwing him in right field and then throwing Austin Hayes back in center and then having Mullins off the bench as a switchy. Mm. And I am still upping my cash flow. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. Jay Bruce is now the newest Baltimore Oriole. How do you feel, Jay? Yeah, as you can tell by the look on his face, probably not that good. But yeah, Jay Brewski. We'll move Hayes back to center field. I know this is very sudden, but another power hitter in the lineup is always good, especially in Baltimore. I would argue Baltimore is almost as good, if not better, of a home run and hitting paradise than Yankee Stadium. You know, because a lot of people like to just. I think I'm okay with having Austin Hayes stay the leadoff hitter as well. Let me swap. Where is it? There it is. Swap their positions. I'll swap these. Jay Bruce. I'm sorry. I do things so weird when it comes to this, so you guys will just have to bear that in mind. Actually, let me. Why would I do that? No, Jay Bruce. Swap. Okay. That keeps a lefty in the lineup at least versus lefties with no DH. That way we're not totally right-handed. We will still have one lefty in there, and I'll move Brace to the 5-hole. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I should probably do this. Split these lefties up a little bit. Yeah, that's probably how I should do that. Okay. So Hayes, Iglesias, and then Davis, Mancini, Bruce. That's a good 1-2-3 in terms of power. Davis, obviously not that good anymore, but still has a little bit of power. Mancini's my best hitter, and Bruce is probably my second best hitter. My second best hitter. It's close between him and Renato Nunez and maybe Santander. As far as who I'm gonna drop, it's probably gonna be DJ Stewart here. I'll probably send DJ Stewart down to AAA. Well, actually, I have 2 open spots. What am I thinking? Okay. Oh, that's right. So I didn't get those starting pitchers back. All right. So we'll bring in Felix. Definitely not that long term. What if I told you you're gonna be a rotation piece? No. Dude, if I give you 2 years, I'm getting a club option. All right. Okay. So we got wherever he's sitting at. King Felix is now Baltimore Oriole 1 year early. And then we'll bring in Chen to finish his career out. He'll be on our rotation. Take $2 million. Oh, my roster's full. Of course it is. We'll go ahead and cut Cesar Valdez. and just kind of eat the money that we're owed him. Man, Luis Gohara. Man, he was supposed to be something pretty good for the Braves. Dan Straley, another former Oriole. So I don't understand how some of these guys play in 2019 and then they don't have a face in 2020. Like I feel like the team over there, it's San Diego Studios, has to make a pretty conscious effort to not put a guy's face in there, you know, because you could always just copy it over, I guess, from 2019. But that's besides the point. Felix, I tell you what, we might have about as good of a rotation as we did last year. All right, I'm gonna send Keegan Aiken down. I'm gonna bring Ty Black up. Ty Black's gonna be my long relief. I think I prefer that, and then we'll split up the lefties. All right, I like that. Wei-Yin Chen. What number did Wei-Yin Chen wear when he was in Baltimore? Because I don't think it was 56. I don't think it was 56. Let me think here. I can't even remember what number he wore in Miami. It might have been 56. It was 16. I knew it. Now to figure out if 16's available. Wei-Yin Chen. Welcome back. Welcome back, Wei-Yin. I feel like someone is wearing 16. Isn't like math? I knew it. In my head. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Mancini. Alright, he can wear 17 then. Whatever. I'm okay with 17. If Wei-Yin's okay with 17. Not so long ago, you know? Not so long ago, you look at these stats. I mean, it's kind of long ago. It's like 5 years now at this point, so kind of long ago. But nah, we can make do. He pitched in Miami. Come on, like, you know, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll drop that hat down a little bit. I'm not a fan of how they make these, how they make the curved hats look in this game. Never been a fan of how not like curved it looks. Like it just looks weird. All right, we look set to go. We look set to go for opening day. Ty Black. I think I for some reason seeing Keegan Aiken, I wasn't feeling it. You know, I wasn't feeling it. I really shouldn't pick up Puig. The issue is, like, if Puig doesn't get picked up by anybody, he'll just sit there all season long, and no one will pick him up. Same thing for guys like Kyle Bearclaw, Tetsuto Yamada. But I'm not trying to sign 15 free agents. I want to play this very realistic. I know in real life, the Orioles were close to signing Yasi Puig, but I'm not feeling it. Maybe if this gets a little bit of traction and you guys decide that you want me to pick him up, then by all means, like, I'll pick him up. That'll be, probably on the days that we don't record. I'll probably post some YouTube videos playing the show. Probably do something like 1 a day, maybe 2 a day. I do play MLB The Show quite a bit. I'm really looking forward to seeing the show 21. Dude, the kind of stuff I'm going to build in that stadium creator is going to be insane. I'm already looking forward to it. So, the guys I've been looking at in free agency here is Yasiel Puig, maybe Pat Neshek. I've always been a fan of his sidearm delivery, even, especially going back to his St. Louis days. He was really, really good in St. Louis. Gerardo Parra, I'd probably consider. Scooter Gennett. It's crazy to think that Scooter Gennett's a free agent still. Scooter Gennett, like I said, was really freaking good. Kyle Bearclaw, obviously. Tetsuto Yamada, I'm considering. Maybe Fulte. I'd consider Fulte probably. Even one of these Asian players, if you want to see me pick up. Takahiro Norimoto from Japan, a 28-year-old starter. I'm I'm playing this for you guys, so this is your team just as much as it is mine. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Why do I feel like? Oh yeah, you know what we do? We do have to drop a major league player because we had Cody Carroll in that trade. All right, yeah, it's gonna have to be DJ Stewart getting the axe. And then I guess we'll send Reina down to Double A, and we'll send Adam Hall down to Single A. And then that's right. So I guess realistically I could just pick up Adam or Kyle Bearclaw right now. Maybe a Rhodys Vizcaino, maybe Zach Duke, Xavier Cedeno, Adam Warren. Adam Warren's not good unless he's with the Yankees, so that's no use. Fernando Salas, San Juan O, Jeanmar Gomez. That's like Yanmar or something like that. Long time Philly, Drew Storen, Matt Albers. There's a lot of names. Tony Sipp, his days with Houston. Jake Barrett. I know he was with. He did pitch with the Yankees. Okay, I couldn't remember if Jake Barrett actually debuted with the Yankees or not, but I know he pitched with Arizona. Mark Leiter Jr., Sean Burnett, and Francisco Liriano. Oh my goodness. Sean Kelly, another former Yankee, former Padre, former National. Daniel Stump. There's a lot of names. Felipe Almont, man. All right, we'll just pick up Kyle Bearclaw here. He'll be a bullpen arm. I think probably a 3-year. Take 3 and 9. You would take 3 and 9, but all right. Sorry, Chandler. I appreciate everything you've done for the franchise. So 3 and 9. All right. We got ourselves a bullpen arm. Okay. We're gonna have ourselves a bullpen arm here in a second. I'll do Lakins. Move Lakins Sr. off the 40-man. And then Kyle Bearclaw on the 40-man. Alright. Suddenly Kyle Bearclaw becomes my second best bullpen arm here. I like that. Lets me move all those guys to the middle relief. Bearclaw takes over setup. He looks good. He looks good in that Oriole color. He looks good. I love everything except for that walks per 9 and that control. Those are special numbers there. 24, the walks per 9. My goodness. I can guarantee you I can go and find the lowest rated relief pitcher on our team, and he has a higher walk per 9. One Luis Ortiz is a higher walk per 9 than my best bullpen arm. But I think that's gonna about do it here. As far as this episode goes, in terms of progress into the season, we didn't make any, but we did set up the team. Like I said, I wanted you guys to be here to see this. I wanted you guys to be a part of it. I like the bullpen. Now that I got Bearclaw and Ty Black in there, I feel better about that. I like the rotation. I think Felix is actually going to be potentially a good piece. We'll keep. I like him over LeBlanc. I'm gonna have LeBlanc be the 5, Wei and Chen the 4. Yeah. So you know what? Screw it. Felix Hernandez is the opening day starting pitcher for your Baltimore Orioles. He was good just 4 years ago. So there's no reason to think that he can't be this year. All right, he's only 32. That's important. Sure, he has nearly 3,000 innings under his belt already. But I feel good. I feel good about we're set up. We're still very much in the green in terms of our money. Now we've got 4 players that we're owed over $1 million next season. But like I said, I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing how some of these guys progress. Chris Davis, I think, is going to end up living out the length of that contract before he retires, which is unfortunate from a business standpoint. But I'm also loyal AF, so Chris Davis is probably going to be here on the Major League roster that whole time. It's just, if the AI takes over, he'll be in like Double A, and it's like, why would you pay? Even at that point, unless you're a competitive team, there's no reason not to at least just pay the guy to be on the Major League staff. So, with that said, let's see if I made our team better. No, hey, we're not 30th anymore. We were 30th. The Tigers have taken over the 30th spot. All right, cool. 19th in speed, 23rd in power. All right, take a look at our top prospects here. I don't think we've got. All right, DL Hall's number 14. It's a good starting point. I think we should have. I think Grayson might have made it. He did not make it. Okay, man. I'd love to have Christian Patchy and Drew Waters right about now. That'd be nice. Joe Adele, that's my boy right there. That's my boy. I hope Joe Adele has a great year. Gavin Lux sitting at number 1. Bobby Witt Jr. I covered Bobby Witt Jr. with Kansas City. C.J. Abrams, I covered him. He had like 480 in his minor league season in 2019. Absolutely mad lad. Julio Rodriguez, he figures to be the future of the Mariners there with Jared Kelenic. Mackenzie Gore, Nick Madrigal, Jesus Luzardo, Maurice Lewis. My goodness, Xavier Edwards. How many great like top 50 shortstops did the Orioles or the Rays have in terms of prospects? Like you've got Wander Franco. How's Wander Franco not on this list? Hold on a second. How is Wander Franco not on this list? Is Wander Franco here? Tell me I'm just blind. Okay, he is here, but I think that's a little low for Wander Franco sitting at 32 in the prospect list. While you've got DL Hall above him, 2 years old or 3 years older, a lower overall. Yeah, so I don't know, but I appreciate you guys watching today. My first attempt at gaming on the channel. My first attempt really at gaming for an audience ever. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me while I'm stumbling and bumbling and rumbling and tumbling around. I look forward to bringing a lot more for you guys in terms of action. Eventually, I'd like to get like a capture card. Start going to PC. Get a face cam in here, especially, and really interact with you guys. Hopefully, I get to do this live at some point. I'll probably go through and do a little bit of equipment changes for players. If there are any batting stances that can get changed, I'll probably do that, and then we'll probably look to jump into a game maybe on tomorrow. We'll probably jump into a game, or we'll simulate. I'm not sure yet. We might do a little bit of gaming. I think we will probably play opening day, and then we'll just kind of play it by ear from there. But appreciate you guys watching. As always, you can find us on all the social media platforms. You can find us on Instagram at Real Dugout Talk. You can find us on Twitter at Dugout Talk 1. You can find us on TikTok at Dugout Talk. I have a microphone coming for my phone actually. So that'll be here tomorrow. I'll be able to get some more TikToks made. I wanted to have a decent microphone for my phone before I did anything like that. You can find us on YouTube, as always, at Dugout Talk. And you can also find us on Facebook at Real Dugout Talk. I appreciate you guys. If I had my webcam up, I'd wave goodbye to you. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.